Start streaming on YouTube.
On the boob tube.
I figured we'd just go live here while we make ourselves a drink.
Sure.
I don't know how much sugar to use. Oh, God.
I'll tell you how much I use. That's it. I don't use too much.
I have oranges too, but I forgot to grab them. There you go.
I've never done them with any of these bitters before.
I'm going to use a couple of splashes of this. Oh, yeah.
Just mix it till you like the color.
I want a story time.
Do what?
They want a story time with Rob.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I'll probably get on one.
Fuck him.
Maybe tomorrow or the next day.
I got one you can get on.
Are we live now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yep.
What's up, cocksuckers?
Making ourselves a little cocktail before we get started here.
Oh, dude, you done fucked up now, Aaron.
Yep.
We doing a Zoom after? Possibly.
Maybe.
I'm doing your mom after. And then your dad.
And then your mom's dad.
And then your dog. Oh, I'm just going to do 2 shakes of each of... Oh, man. Let me get that cherry one.
Huh? Oh.
Over
Sorry.
yonder. It's going to be a little bit different than my normal one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it'll still be good. Making some cocktails.
All those bottles, yeah.
Cocktails.
This is, we're making some white trash old fashions here.
Alrighty. Yep.
I love making old fashions. This is going to be a different one. Yoink.
Not bad. Pretty good. How you doing, YouTube?
Boob tube.
How's everybody doing?
The tube of boob.
How's everybody doing tonight? First off, don't use my fucking name. Second of all, I have IBS. It's a girl, too. Hey. Nick looking. Fit or fat? I don't know.
Is that a typo?
Yeah, I think you've been dry fat. That's all right. Big boy.
All right.
Mm.
Wait, please get in. Oh, yeah, but make it spooky. I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, yeah. Someone said, I bet Rob's old fashions taste like screwdriver.
Nah. I don't think I've ever eaten out a screwdriver before.
No, his old fashions are pretty good. I like them.
I like my old fashions.
I make him for me when I go to his house. They're good.
Let's see what I did here with all these extra ingredients.
Sarah Lydia said, I'm so stoked.
Oh.
Well, we're happy you're here. We're happy you're all here. It's good.
I use a lot of bourbon in that. Ooh.
Yeah. What'd you use?
My new loo.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
Add some more shit.
I need to even it out a little bit.
All right, guys, we're going to get it going for you. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
That's what
We're
she said.
so happy for you to be here with us. This is going to be
too much.
You're going to have a fucking diabetic shock.
God damn it, water.
That's liquid sugar. Need some more ice? You got some more ice there.
I'm good.
Need some ass?
Give me all the ass.
I ain't got no ass, boy.
A lot of junk in my trunk, baby girl.
I got a big old motherfucking ass.
Got that donkey.
I got a big old butthole. Don't know why. Don't know how. All right, we're good? Good?
Yeah.
Good, good, and good. That's not gunfire you hear. That's the Brohio Battlefield of Love. Welcome to the Brohio Battlefield of Love. I'm one half of the Brohio Battlefield of Love. I'm the delicious Nicolicious.
Hey guys, I'm Rob Dog. How's everybody feeling on this beautiful Wednesday evening?
Beautiful Wednesday evening. It's getting cold here in Ohio.
On the 3rd of November.
So you know what that means? It means you need a fat boy.
Yeah.
It means you need a big old fat fatty like me. We're ecstatic you're here for us on this beautiful Wednesday evening. The Brohio Battlefield of Love has been off for about a month. We had vacations. Rob Dog likes to travel the world and leave me alone. We've had a lot of stuff going on, but here we're back with you for another midweek especial. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. If you do like it, thanks for being here.
Still go fuck yourself.
Yeah, do it. Do it real good.
It feels good.
If you think you have a story or a question worthy of being on the Brohio Battlefield of Love, you can email it to us at brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Gmail.
We'll put it on the show. We'll read it. We'll answer your question. Also, we now have a anonymous link. You can go to brohiopodcast.com. Yes, we have a website.
Wow.
/love. And there is a Google Forms anonymous submission where you can submit your question to the bros completely anonymously, because I know some of you might be holding back. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got some weird stuff that's going on in your life. You may not be you may be a little shy. You may be nervous about it, what will happen. But we have an anonymous link. You can go on there, send your question in, ask it, tell us your love story, and we will never know who you are, what your mom looks like, because that's usually the first thing we do. Because if we're going to get involved with you, we want to know what it's going to be like in 20 years. So we immediately look up pictures of your mother, and that tells us. Isn't that so true, though?
It is.
How DNA works.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
I've got shitty DNA. I'm going to live to about 50.
You already passed your expectancy. You were in your prime in middle school?
Yeah, I peaked when I was 8. Yeah, my dick peaked when I was 8 also.
Mine never has.
Peaked at other guys in the shower. Told my wife I want to start working out. She's like, well, go to the YMCA. And I have this irrational fear of a kid seeing my dick at the YMCA because kids go there and stuff.
Yeah.
I have this irrational fear of me just taking a hot, fat piss and then some kid coming in and seeing my wiener and then me getting in trouble. Not that I would want a kid to see my wiener, because I definitely would not want that, but I have this irrational fear of hanging out at the YMCA and then a kid seeing my dick, and then even worse fear, the kid having a bigger dick than me.
Oh, man.
And him being confused, thinking he's going to grow up and his dick's just going to start getting smaller. So then he immediately thinks, hey, I'm 7. I got to seize the day. I got to carpe diem. I got to start having sex right now. And then his mom says, why are you having sex right now? He says, because my dick's just going to keep getting smaller. I saw some fat dude at the YMCA.
Yeah, you know when they say if you don't use it, you lose it?
You don't use it, you lose it.
There you go.
That's what I'm worried about. But we'll put the link to, if you can't spell brohiopodcast.com/love, I'll put the link inside the episode description as well to help you get there where you're trying to go.
We know our listeners. We know how you guys are.
Not your strong suits. Some people write us, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck happened in this person's life that made them come to a crossroad and they said either I'm going to be a wild asshole or I'm going to learn to spell. And they went right. They definitely said, I'm going to be a wild asshole. And they went right. They said, fuck spelling. Spelling's for losers.
The other path had like fun straws. They're like, fuck that.
Yeah. And we have the closed group. I like it when lurkers come out every once in a while to comment. You know, they seem like articulate, educated people, and they're just trying to hide. They're so ashamed to listen into this podcast that they just hide in the background. And then you'll see like some 47-year-old mom come out and be like, that's a funny one. And you just know.
I love those people.
She's been hiding.
Yeah.
We're this people's guilty pleasure.
Right. I don't ever post anything in there. I need to do that.
Miserable guilt. Your wife does.
Oh, bro, she's been going ham in that fucking group.
She is on it every day, all day. Man.
She's a funny meme. She's like, fuck it, I'm putting it in there. Especially if it's dirty. She's all about it.
Plug it in.
Fucking dirty bitch.
Yeah, so if you... Fucking dirty bitch. Nasty bitch.
Dirtiest.
There's the ones we like. Nasty ones. All right, well, if you think you got a question for us, again, we told you the proper outlets, where to go. First up is our friend Mitch Ray. He says, I've been married for 2 years now.
Oh, congrats.
We have a child that is almost 2 years old as well. My wife was a freaky-ass girl when we met. We would have sexy time almost anywhere, almost any time. Nowadays, I never get a blowjob.
Ooh.
It's so upsetting. She has such a... She has such a pretty mouth. And I just want to pump my below-average size willy in that warm, cozy pocket.
I know how that goes.
She said that it stinks. I'm heartbroken. My dick stinks! Question mark, exclamation point. My dick stinks! So I shave my gooch and taint area all the time, and I shower 2 times a day. How, bros, do I get head again? Please, I need it. Also, if she doesn't ever do it again, can I get Rob Diggity Dingle Dog to suck on this stank dick? Thanks. Love you guys. Mitch Ray.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you'll suck it? Or?
Hell yeah, I'll suck it. Right. I don't care how stanky it is.
Yeah.
There is, what's the,
There's a cream you can buy at Walmart.
yeah.
It's called Go Fuck Yourself.
Yeah. No, the people that sent us the one razor, they have that ball deodorant.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
And you use a promo code Brohio, you can save big with that as well.
They got ball toner and everything, man. It's not your dick that stinks, it's your balls, so you got to get them things under control.
I will say about the ball deodorant,
Yeah.
that is not good to have on there when she does do it. Because
It'll taste good?
no, because have you ever gotten gotten deodorant in your mouth?
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
It dries it out immediately.
Yeah,
It's impressive. And we got this new puppy, and she's got this thing with licking my armpits. So so I'll just be laying there lounging, and the dog will walk up and start
That's so fucking gross.
licking my armpit. And I'm like, fucking quit licking my armpit, you nasty bitch.
Ugh.
And I try and stop her, Rob, but it feels good, and she won't stop. So I just let her keep going.
It tickles so good.
And then eventually she's just sitting there with her tongue hanging out of her mouth because it's so dried out and fat that she can't put it back in her mouth.
She thinks it's away, but it's not.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful putting the deodorant on your balls, because maybe Mitch Ray, that could have been the problem altogether. Maybe she went down on you and you maybe lathered it up with some Arm & Hammer and you shouldn't have, and it really just did a number on her, man.
That's a good. Yeah, maybe it's too much.
So you gotta set her down with a knife, and you gotta put the knife to her neck, and you gotta say, "Why won't you suck my dick anymore?" She's your wife; she can't call the police.
Mm-hmm. Another thing is, whenever you get out of the shower, make sure you dry your balls and your taint off really good. Because if you don't get it good enough, in like an hour, it'll be like Moss City.
What's it called when you leave the suds? You leave the suds on your ass and balls. Dude, that shit'll stink after about an hour or two for sure.
Yep, it gets rough.
That's me trying to help you out.
Yeah.
You gotta dry off really good. For me, I lie on my back and I pin my legs up behind my ears and I dry off with a hair dryer.
That's pretty thorough.
I blow dry it because I know if I don't, then it's gonna be muddy for the entire day.
My ass would look like I had a perm after that.
A lot of people, I've heard a lot of guys say, "Hey, the blowjobs stop once you get married."
Shit.
I think they could possibly slow down, but if they're stopping altogether, then you had something wrong with your dick before you got married, and she was just laboring through it.
Man,
you got to find a better dick for her.
Get a dick extension.
You got to get a new dick for her, not your dick, because that one doesn't work. But in terms of the magic answer for that one, you got to give a little to get a little, my friend. So you got to find out what she wants. Find that magic. I don't know. The key is when you put your fingers inside of her, you got to do the come here motion.
That's true.
And they really like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's...
You got to hit that little love button.
You got to hit the love nugget.
Yeah.
And if she poops on you, then she really loves you.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can find a woman that's not ashamed to shit on you because she's experiencing so much joy and ecstasy that she just poops on you, that's a keeper, dude.
Sarah on the YouTube comment said, "Get a new girl."
Yeah, dude.
Or you can do that.
Don't do it, Mitch. Let her poop on you. Try that. Let her shit on you, and if she likes it a lot, say, "I'm not letting you shit on me again ever until you give me fellatio." Or you can do like I do. Find someone that likes pizza and video games. Doesn't necessarily have to be a girl, but just find someone that's cool with just sucking each other's dicks when you guys are done hanging out. after you're making a podcast.
Yes.
Next question.
Let's see here. All right, fellas. So my girlfriend of 3 years moved about an hour away to finish her degree, and she's saying that I'm being rude and an ass. I think I'm acting perfectly fine, and I don't want to say it, but I think she's just being soft and taking things too seriously. What should I do? Time to let go? Time to find a sugar mama?
I'm going to tell you this. If you guys are already stressing over moving an hour away from one another,
yeah,
it's doomed. This is probably from a couple weeks ago because we have a month full of missed battlefields because we haven't been here in a month.
Yeah, an hour is pretty manageable.
It's very manageable. That's not even a long distance relationship.
No, I drive that far for dinner sometimes.
Yeah, I gotta walk an hour to take a shit.
Right,
an hour. You can't even watch 2 episodes of Family Matters in an hour, dude.
Yeah, if that's an issue for just being an hour away, it's. Yeah, there's something else going on.
But, man, if she's upset about it and you're not sympathizing with her, then that's a problem. You got to find out. You got to see what upsets her, and you got to show her why everything's going to be okay. Or you got to say, hey, I know we're upset together, but we can get through this. So you got to reassure her that you're working at it. Show her that you care. And that goes with any relationship. You should always make the other person feel like you care about the things that they care about. If your wife fucking hates people wearing shoes in the house, that's the bane of her existence. The only fucking thing that she cares about is people not wearing shoes in her goddamn house. If you just think it's not a big deal and you dismiss it, then that could be the catalyst of your wife saying, you know what, fuck this dude. He doesn't care enough about me to care about the shoes. I'm not giving what he wants. But if you show an interest in what she cares about and show her that you care about the same things that she cares about, then that's romantic. That's love. That's beauty. And then she's going to fucking suck your dick so good. She might start by sucking on your feet.
That's the best place to start.
If we got any fat-ass white boys that want to suck on my feet, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Did you say shemale.com?
Yep.
Okay.
Gmail.
Okay.
If we got any pobs, any fat-ass white boys.
Pobs.
We got any pobs. That's a good one. All right. Hello, Mr. Rob.
Hi.
Diggity Dangle Dog and Mr. Delicious Nicolicious. Big-time fan from Japan.
Ooh.
I know you wouldn't read this, but here I go.
Well, what do you know?
You're in luck, Neil Wiener. My name is Neil Wiener. How did I know that? That's so crazy.
Man.
My name is Neil Wiener, and I want to tell you about my ex. So long story short, I was supposed to go to Vietnam to meet my now ex-girlfriend, but she cheated on me a couple months before, and that's why I've broken up with her. I still went to Vietnam for vacation to not waste the ticket that I bought.
Naturally.
My ex and I, we still met as friends and still went to hang out, so I thought everything was cool.
Okay.
While I was there and wasn't hanging out with my ex, I used Tinder and got a couple of hookups and dates.
Get it, Mr. Wiener.
I went out with this wonderful vampire lady, Vietnamese lady, and we had a delicious good time.
I was so fucking stoked when you said vampire lady. Yes.
A couple of days after that, my ex said she wanted to hang out in my hotel room since she wasn't doing anything.
Okay.
I agreed, but I needed to clean up the condom that I used in the trash because I know she would freak out if she sees it since she still has feelings for me.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
This is getting good. I went to put the condoms in tissue paper, crumbled it up, and then got some paper and crumbled it up with it. Then I put it at the bottom of the trash can.
Oh, man.
Covered it with some other trash. This is how I used to hide nudies from my mom and throw away my fuck books.
I'm laughing real hard because, he said, I needed to clean up the condom that I used in the trash. I thought he meant that he needed to wash it out and then so he could reuse it.
You'll only get one condom in Vietnam.
That's why I started laughing. I was like, damn, man, this dude's recycling those bitches.
I've been there, dude.
Like, good for him, man.
When I was 15, I couldn't afford one, but I needed one. little saran wrap couldn't fix.
There you go.
I then put it at the bottom of the trash can covered with some other trash. I was sure that she wouldn't check that. For sure. So we thought. So she arrived, and I went to order room service because she said she was hungry. I left the door open and told the room service to just come in because I was too tired and too lazy that day. I went to the bathroom while she was watching TV. Then I came back out to the Saigon shit show started. She was standing in front of the bathroom door, holding the condom. Trash was everywhere because she was looking through it. She was so hysterical and mad. I explained to her that she doesn't have the right to be mad since we already broke up. She fucking slapped me. It hurt so badly, I almost cried.
Damn, good right hook.
She then went crazy, took off her panties, and told me, "Fuck me like you fuck her." Oh, sorry,
you can't do that.
Fuck me like you fucked her, but harder.
Okay, damn.
Oh God.
Okay. You got yourself 50% crazy and 50% fucking freak.
Let's keep going. Let's see what happens here.
All right.
I wasn't in the mood, but I knew this was the only way to make this bitch satisfied. So I took off my pants and I started to fuck her. While I was fucking her, I felt a weird sensation inside her pussy. It was slimy, not smooth like lubricant. At first, I thought she was coming, but then I smelled something similar to the smell of fish sauce. I looked down and she was bleeding. Her period started at the moment that I fucked her.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds musty. I told her we should stop since we were going to make a mess. She got really mad at me and said, quote, "So you don't want to fuck me anymore? I'm not attractive to you anymore? I'll finish myself off then," in a Vietnamese accent. Oh, this is so hot.
I'm fucking so turned on right now.
So she stood up on the bed, blood dripping all over her vagina, and started fingering herself while moaning and shouting obscenities to me. She was screaming, "I can make myself feel good without you, you fucking shit."
Dude,
oh, no.
I'm so chubbed up right now.
Blood was everywhere, and there I was standing out my pants with only half of a boner. I would have a full boner, dude.
I was saying,
I would poop in my hand. Just turn that place into a fucking full-blown zoo at that point.
Half
buddy.
of a normal boner is a whole boner for me, so I'll take it.
All of a sudden, the room service came inside and saw us.
No.
The room service awkwardly placed the food cart beside the TV and said, "Sorry for disturbing," and left. That was my Saigon story shit show. So my question is, how do you know when a young lady is crazy before I start dating her? So it wouldn't come to a scenario like this again. Are there signs I should look for, or should I just go with my gut feeling?
Tell you what, so...
Got a shit in your hand next time.
A gut feeling never does you wrong.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But here's the thing is that look at this story you got from dicking down the crazy. It's the means almost justify the ends, or the ends almost, whatever the fuck the saying is.
Buddy, you made out. If it smelled like fish sauce when she started her cycle.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing.
I think you won, but
she could have been doing some fucking CrossFit in the parking lot too. You don't know.
It's true.
I wouldn't have been. That's for sure. They'd be like, "You been doing CrossFit?" I've been doing fucking CrossFit in this Big Mac in this Mcrib in my fucking mouth.
I mean, obviously, not that you could have done anything about it then, but the fact that she went through your trash was a red flag right there.
Well,
but I mean, you'd already, it's...
The thing is, if you have a crazy woman standing in front of you, and the crazy woman says, "Fuck me," then you gotta go for it because you know it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's the thing, man. The crazy ones fuck good.
That's what I tell everyone about you. They're like, "Why do you hang out with him?" I'm just like, "Oh, he's crazy, but God, is he a good one?"
It just depends on what you want, man. I mean, some people like a little bit of crazy. If you want to live a normal life, I mean... Yeah,
you gotta find some type of defense mechanism, whether it's pooping, like shitting yourself, or you can like grow extra long toenails and fight back.
Yeah, freeze a turd and shave it into a knife.
Yeah,
poop knife.
Poop shank.
Yeah, poop shank. Poop shank redemption.
You gotta do something, man. You gotta fight back. I know this seems like it was all bad, but yeah, like Rob said, look at the cool stuff that happened to you that night.
Yeah, man, I'll never have a story like that.
No one will ever be able to take that away from you.
Yeah, no one will ever be able to take that away from you. You need to, you can take that story all the way to your grave. You can tell this for decades.
I was hoping that he would end the story with, she held the condom above her mouth like a piece of candy and then dropped it into her mouth and swallowed it.
That'd have been cool.
She would have ate the condom.
Yeah, just...
Yeah. You know I can suck a ramen noodle through my nose and bring it out of my mouth?
Can you really?
Yeah. I've never done cocaine either.
Do you know... Do you know my wiener's the size of a ramen noodle?
Yeah, beef flavored. Chicken teriyaki. Oh, that's good.
All right. My husband doesn't like to be on top during sex because he cannot last that long. Yet when I'm on top, he goes for a while. How can I get him to last longer while he's on top? Tired of always being on top. You poor thing. So
no, this is the best part. This is somebody at their wits' end right here.
She's so pissed. I'll tell you what. The reason why he can last that, and I've said this. I think I said this last time we talked about this. The reason why he can last longer while you're on top is because that shit don't feel good for us.
What? Like missionary?
No, like when we're laying on our back and they're on top.
Speak for yourself, Robert.
I'm not a fan, man.
Oh, mother of God. When she gets on top and hunkers down, it's done in 10 flat, dude.
Oh, I'll take it, but I mean,
Oh, it's over with. So you really got to do something to turn the I guess
stop just doing one on top, one on bottom. Fucking switch that shit up.
Yeah, they could be. Here's the thing.
Here's what I say. You know,
how'd your dad like
it? Anytime I always say, you know what? I'm sorry it was only 2 minutes. Really, it's your fault because your shit feels that fucking good.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Make your husband go in the bathroom and rip one out before you guys have sex.
That's the key to success.
Or you have to do something because it is a compliment. And every single time I shamefully look at my wife and say, I was done 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I've just been tearing you up.
Bashing it with a gummy.
Yeah, I've been just destroying it.
Yeah.
With a nerd's rope. I think it's a compliment to her. Love that body. Love that juicy ass. It's like a fat ass peach hanging out of a tree. Just gotta go up and get it.
Man, there are some positions that just feel way fucking better. It's like 23 seconds and I'm fucking donezo, dog.
It's not a bad thing.
If I start with it, I'm going to end with it.
Yeah, usually I know after about 3 seconds, I'm like, look, are we going to switch this up or am I just going to finish?
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't even give that courtesy. I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
This feels too good. I'm not stopping.
It's being lonely. You have to create a really awkward environment for your husband. So kind of put him in a situation where he can't be so turned on. So what I like to do is get a handful of onions around about like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that way, when he finally starts digging in your guts around 11:30, you can rip it. You can just let out a hot, hairy fart. And it's going to smell like hot, molten lava and dead frogs in the room for a little bit. But you got to do something to kind of direct his senses away from your WAP because that's what he's there for. But if he just smells your hot fart, he's going to be turned off, but he's definitely going to last longer. Or just tell him to think about something else. Dead puppies is usually what I go with. I start screaming dead puppies when we're having sex. And my wife doesn't get upset by that. She just knows that it's just me trying not to go very fast.
She knows the rules of the game.
Yeah, she knows that's an old trick passed down the Alexander family.
Yeah.
And I knew back in high school when I hear my dad yelling, dead puppies in the bedroom, I knew he was about to come too fast, and he was just trying to slow himself down. And I would always find the dog the next day. He would always be okay. So I would say, Dad, what the fuck was going on in there? You're yelling dead puppies. He'd say, son, that's why I got to yell so I don't blow loads in your wife and your mom so fast.
Yeah, I have like on a loop where you just saying moister than an oyster in grandma voice.
Oh, Robert.
And that makes me last at least 4 minutes.
I know you were asking about last time you were eating me out if I had a Cadbury cream egg inside of me.
Good God.
That wasn't a Cadbury cream egg. That was Grandma's creamy eggs.
That's so fucking gross.
You make Grandma. You make Grandma moister and an oyster, Robbie. Come in here and shave my toes. You know, I don't like rubbing my prickly toes on your legs.
That's a deal breaker
right there.
That
makes you come too fast. I know what Robert likes. He likes when Grandma gets on top and she hangs these big old banana torpedo titties in his face, and slapping him around. Oh, Grandma's hot right now. Feels like Grandma's sitting in a handful of Elmer's glue.
Ew.
Oh, God. Grandma's a horny bitch. You know that?
She's a dirty bitch.
If she ever comes in here, it's going to be bad for everybody. Well, I don't have much advice. Just fart in the room, make it stink.
You're asking two guys who can't last long at all how to last longer.
Yeah, just make sure he's sincere when he apologizes. That's the only. Because when I do apologize to my wife for that, I am sincere. I tell her, I say, look, baby girl, I'm sorry.
My wife knows what to expect.
You deserve so much better. I don't want you to have better, but you deserve better.
Yeah. That's why I do what I have to do before I go.
Yeah, she knows that she walks in the room, I'm dry humping a pillow. I'm just warming myself up for her, trying to get it all ready. Dear bros, my name is Chris Sanchez, no relation to Dirty. My friends call me Ogre Slayer because I have a sickness for the thickness.
Hell yeah, my dude.
Hop on board. My issue is that if I care about a woman, the little Ogre Slayer goes limp, then I end up smashing with a floppy.
Okay.
These women deserve to be praised for dealing with it. See, if you're an Asian massage lady or a stranger stripper in a hotel, it works with no issue. Even some barfly with daddy issues that I just met will make it work for me. I do masturbate excessively to the point where I have an Indian burn on it sometimes.
That's part of your problem right there, my friend.
Thank God I have Blue Chew on deck.
There you go.
I spend a lot of nights crying into my sex toy torso after I'm done. Please help, bros. How do I dick down people I love? You had to start with your dad.
Okay, so you kind of hit every single angle that I was gonna touch on.
Dude, if I restrict myself from masturbating, I will start climaxing before I penetrate.
Really?
Yes.
I don't masturbate at all. I don't have to.
I don't know what's wrong with us. We got to go to a doctor together. I think that since we should be able to save on the copay, since we both have blonde hair, we just show up. We're a team package. We just tell the doc, say, Doc, look.
Doc Norton ain't putting his finger in my ass.
Between the two of us.
That dude's got some fucking catcher mitt hands.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Between the two of us, we can last 40 seconds if you combine both of us together.
Yeah.
What can you do for us? You say, we're bros. We're the bros from Brohio. We're in here to be seen. We need help.
But you said you do Blue Chew, so if you really do, Blue Chew, code word, Brohio podcast.
Yeah.
Brohio or Brohio podcast?
I don't remember.
It's in the back episodes. Do that shit. They'll even send it to you in a manila envelope so you don't have to be embarrassed.
Well, I've never experienced this. If this Mr. Sanchez is real here, and he's legitimately and he's losing. Maybe you can explain that to your lover. You can say, "Look, I am so fixated on the attraction that our souls have to one another. I just want to sit here and look in your eyes. Maybe there has to be a dynamic build up to where you're trying to go. What?
This right here, these Woodford Reserve bourbon cherries.
You gonna fuck them?
That will get you going, my friend. I just ate the one that was just sitting in here, and that was the best thing I've ever tasted.
Wow.
Holy shit, that's good.
I can't wait to get to the bottom of my drink here.
It's been forever since I've had one of those. So, yeah, Blue Chew and bourbon cherries.
That's not the answer at all. We're not really helping these people. We're making their lives worse. Just explain it to these people that you're. It seems like you've fallen in love a lot of times there, Ogre Slayer.
And that's what I was gonna say is that if you say you're falling in love, but you can't finish the job, is it really love?
Look, I loved my grandpa, but I never fucked him. Maybe you're confused what love means.
I wish I could say the same.
Sometimes I get so worked up, I get so hot and horny.
Yep. Keep going.
That's it.
Okay.
Sometimes I just get so worked up and so hot and horny it doesn't. That's all I'm saying. This next one is you.
All right. So like most men, I use sex as a defense mechanism, and when threatened, I'll hump whatever produces friction. This
I'm
here is
so
a
jealous you got this one.
this here is a true story of revenge and vandalism. let me put on my broadcaster voice here.
Okay. I'm so
Hang on.
jealous.
This here's a story of revenge and vandalism. You can't just do your normal voice with an introduction like that. Hang on.
Take a long, strong drink of that old-fashioned we've fashioned there.
It's not too bad. That bourbon's strong. When I was a teenager, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years old, I was at some extended family member's house for a holiday party. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but for some reason I felt slighted? I felt slighted by someone. Whatever that means. So in my teen angst, I was hanging out in the basement when I noticed a blow-up chair, a Rusty Wallace blow-up chair.
Rusty Wallace is a NASCAR driver.
And if you don't know who Rusty Wallace is, he's a NASCAR driver. With a blow-up chair with cup holders, tight cup holders. I immediately knew this was my victim/target. I waited until everyone was asleep and snuck down to the basement to find my loin's desire.
If you've ever fucked a Rusty Wallace blow-up chair, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
I fucked Rusty Wallace, but not the chair. I got down on my knees and started finger fucking the cup holders to examine whether they have sharp seams on the inside. Once I had confirmed these walls were smooth, I spit in the center and popped out my pork sword to violate this. Wait.
Did you say sharp seams or shark teeth whenever,
Yes.
all right.
To violate this cup holder like I was teaching it a lesson.
Okay.
I went stupid on this blow-up chair. I banged it and banged it thinking about the Spice Girls like any young in those days when I noticed the second cup holder and thought, well, I can't just leave it out.
No, you can't, man. You absolutely can't.
So I turned that chair around, spit in the second cup holder, and went fucking crazy. I did a cum in the cup holder and just left it. Even in my post-nut clarity, I said, fuck them.
Fuck them.
For whatever thing they did that pissed me off. Am I the asshole? No!
No, you're not.
That Rusty Wallace fucking blow-up chair has been... That's a natural sex deterrent.
We're back to green flag racing.
Yes, you did it a favor, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
I remember when I was a kid, this is kind of a funny story, and it was probably the best fucking weekend ever because I just got boxer shorts for the first time. My mom had been dressing my dumb ass up in tighty whities my entire life.
Yeah.
She finally bought me a pair of boxer shorts, not boxer briefs, but full-on boxers. You wear boxer briefs, right?
Yeah, I do.
Those are the most comfortable by far.
Yeah, I like the ones that have the
Pouch.
the pouch for the dick and balls.
Yeah. It hoists my dick up like it's the king of something. It's great.
Not only that, but like if I don't have that, then like they push my dick inside my body and it's uncomfortable like all day.
Yeah. Hey, dick, come out.
I'm a grower, not a shower, man.
My parents, it was a weekend. My mom got me some green boxers, and my dad got me. We were at fucking Trader's World, which is
that's the
a flea
best.
market around here.
It's the top echelon of flea markets.
Yeah, it's white trash paradise.
It's the best.
But he got me one of them giant inflatable chairs, much like he's talking about here, probably.
It's the double wide of the trailer park.
Oh yeah, it is. I think it was about the 5th or 6th grade. I can't remember. Didn't quite have hair in my balls yet. Not a good patch of. I was a late bloomer, but nonetheless.
Okay. You had a couple stragglers.
But I spent the entire day blowing this chair up because it was fucking huge. It was a big old blanket, or it was a big old chair, and I spent the entire day blowing this chair up. I finally got it blew up, and man, I was taking this thing all over the house with me. No matter where I went, I was taking this chair. I was king dingling shit wearing boxers, had an inflatable blow up chair, and my I went to the kitchen with it, and I'm like, hell yeah, I got my, and my mom was like, don't bring that in the kitchen. And she was kind of laughing about it, and I said, fuck no, I'm bringing this in here. I'm going to sit down in this chair, I'm going to talk. She was she's cooking something. Mm-hmm. And I set the chair down, and I just sat in the chair, my fucking boxers and all my glory. And my mom was laughing. She's like, "You like that chair, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, bitch. I like this chair." I'm talking shit, whatever. And then she turns around to look at me. And then when she turns around to look at me, she just gets the fucking saddest look ever. And then she turns back around and starts going back to cooking. And I was thinking, that was weird because she was just pretty excited for my chair a few seconds ago. And then she turns back around again and she looks away really fast. And I started asking her questions like, "What are you making?" She's like, "Oh, nothing." And I'm like, "Well, what are we doing later?" She's like, "Nothing. We're not doing anything." And I'm like, "What is wrong? What is wrong, Mom?" She said, "Your balls are hanging out." I was like, I didn't know boxer etiquette. I was sitting there with my legs spread.
I thought you were going to say you just started fucking the chair in front of your mom.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, you want to give me a bad attitude? Watch me fuck this chair that Dad just got me. Oh, you spit his hard word. No, my balls are hanging out." She said, "Your balls are hanging out." But she didn't know what to call them at first.
Aww.
She said, your balls." And to hear my old mom.
Your dick chandelier's hanging out.
Just to hear my mom say my balls are hanging out. I never heard my mom call my balls before.
Poor Brenda.
I don't know what she called them.
Man, see,
I love her soul for having 3 boys, man.
I'm destined to think that her life is my life because we both have 3 boys. So
yeah, man, I think we were all really good kids. You got 3 good kids as well. But we were good to her, and we're all still good to her. And I think we made it easier. We made it easy to be our mom because we weren't bad kids.
Right.
We excelled at everything. My little brother was retarded, but we were all pretty good at everything we did. We used to have to go to like speech therapy and stuff for him when he was little.
Yeah.
And they would always put us in this really fucking dark room, and we'd watch them through the window. And they would always lock us in this room with this other family. And they had a kid that really had some, I guess, some developmental issues. He was crazy, he was big, and he was violent. And we would sit in this blacked out room, and this motherfucker would beat the shit out of me for like 2 hours straight. I would just like kicking my ribs, biting me.
What?
And my mom's always like, "Quit fucking around." And I couldn't help it. This dude was beating the shit out of me. And then finally there was like a Barbie car in there.
Why did you have to do speech therapy with somebody else?
With Ryan? Oh, it's because there was like so you couldn't hear what they were doing through the window.
Yeah, both my brother and sister had to do speech therapy, but they had to do it like through like the school or something fucking stupid.
No, they went to a specialist for this, and we would watch through the it was like one of those mirrors where you can only, or windows that you can only see
two-way.
Yeah. And
one way.
And you would go in this viewing room, and on one side was a exam room, and then on the other side was another exam room, but the people in the middle were just watching one room and watching the other room. So we'd always get locked in there with this fucking this kid.
It's too late. You can't take that
No,
back
he
now.
was big and he stunk, man. But he would always beat the fire out of me, and I could never. I had nothing for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked to wrestle, I had brothers and shit, but I had nothing for him.
Yeah.
Petey was his name, actually.
Okay.
And this motherfucker used to tear me up, man. But then one time I'd had enough, and I took there's a Barbie car, like a Barbie Jeep, and I picked it up like a steel chair of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I dragged it across the side of this kid's fucking head so hard. It was black. It was like dark. It was like pitch black in there. You couldn't see anything. And then he started screaming like a banshee started squealing. And my mom was like, "What happened?" And I said, "He bit me." He bit me. And I tried to tell my mom that he bit me, but he did not bite me. And Petey, if you are listening right now.
Something tells me he's not.
No, he's not. But then his mom got upset, and then my mom defended my honor. She said, he bit my son. And I'm sitting there like, he bit my ass? He didn't really bite my ass.
He's like, he looks like the kid that fucking bite.
Yeah, he just kept beating the shit out of me. I'd had enough of that stuff. So
You wait for the mom to look away, and you bite your arm real quick. Like, look.
I spit in his ear. Jesus, man. Hello, Nick and Rob, my favorite gay couple.
Oh, thank you. That's an honor.
I got a question. So my fiance and I like DDLG. Basically, I call him Daddy. What the fuck is DDLG? Daddy, Dom, little girl. Maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
All right, Daddy.
Hang
Dom.
on, let me Google it just to make sure.
Is that like downloadable content for Dungeons and Dragons?
DDLG. Let's see here.
DD.
Daddy, Dom, little girl. Look at you.
Wow, got a first try.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
I don't shame.
Take a little sip. Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
She said, basically, I call him Daddy. Nothing wrong with that, but my problem is we want to have kids soon, and I feel like that it'll be weird that still call him daddy, while the product of us fucking is also calling him daddy, but also the product of us fucking your kid. But also, once parents have kids, they call each other mommy and daddy anyways, which, yeah, that's true.
That's a flex on the kids.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to call daddy. Like when the kid's like, oh, daddy, can I have $10? And the dad's like, go ask mommy, which is true. Right?
And then he gets chubbed up and you get creamy. So, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah, set in a big pile of Elmer's glue.
So could I still get away with it? I can't see myself not calling him daddy. I think I call him that more than his name.
Wow.
Is there a moral dilemma calling him daddy while we have an actual child also calling him daddy? Help. Love, Hannah, the one who asked you all too many questions. Yeah, she had about 50,000 fucking questions.
No, that's awesome. First off, I've never actually knew someone. I don't even really know you, Hannah, but
no, we do.
Someone that's actually like really into this. Like I think that's fucking kind of cool. First off, I would say, as long as neither of you are thinking about your kids when you're calling each other this, then you're fucking good, man.
Did you see that?
I didn't see a thing.
It's a magic trick, dude.
I mean, I saw the magic trick, but I didn't see how it was done.
Oh,
Nick's doing magic tricks over here.
Yeah, I am, dude. Check it out on the YouTube stream. Pretty serious.
No, you know what? If that makes you guys happy, fuck what those kids think. You know what?
Take it one step further. Fuck the kids. Make everybody call you daddy.
Here's the thing. First off, you got to go through the 9 months of pregnancy. Second off, you got to go through a year to a year and a half of the little fucking potato calling the kid mama and dad. So you still got daddy and mommy. That's still yours. Just tell the kids this mom and dad.
Have your kids call you by your first name.
Yeah.
Jeff and Hannah or whatever your names are.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No, I was going to say save so it's all about the inflection in the voice. So you can say if the kid says, "I want something to drink," you say, "Go find daddy." Don't be like, "Go find daddy."
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about the inflection in the voice. But then that night, whenever he's laying on his fat back and you're like, "I'm going to suck your dick, daddy." That's different because the kids aren't around.
Context matters.
It's all about the inflection in the voice.
I'll put it this way.
If you quiver and come every time you say daddy, then probably don't do it that way.
So I love tits.
Me too, bro.
Naturally, my kids did when they were born. Did that make me stop liking tits?
No.
Never.
Never.
So keep doing your thing, chicken wing.
And just because I put salt on my food doesn't mean I like the taste of cum, too. A lot of people say that. You never heard that before?
No.
Me neither. Me neither. I made that up. If you like the taste of cum and salt, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, jeez.
If you ever tasted your own cum, send my mom an email.
Don't do that to her.
She'd be so mad.
Dude, she would be so
like,
pissed.
"You fat fucker. You broke my email."
Send her school email.
Nudes.
Oh shit! Next one.
Nudes and boobs. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, dude, keep up with that kink. It's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, just watch the inflection. It'll still work after the baby comes. But the cool thing about after having kids, you fucking hate each other like 90% more, so it kind of works out. You won't want to call him daddy anymore. You probably won't even want to talk to him or be around him. That's kind of how it works when you have your first kid.
That's very true. Yeah. Hello, you dirty bros. I want to start off by saying that you guys talk about way too much gay shit.
Hey, shut the fuck up, pal. This is my podcast, not yours.
Don't tell us how to run this podcast.
I'm on year 4, not you.
So much so that after listening to you for so long, I'm turning you off. Like sending a half-eaten steak back to the kitchen because all of a sudden I realized it wasn't cooked right, even though I just spent the last 15 minutes enjoying it. That is a cardinal sin because that means that you like your steak more done than medium rare, which is a complete disgrace.
Yeah, if you like your steak more than medium rare, you're ruining the steak.
Exactly.
Especially
cooked more. Let's say
people that get it well done.
My wife.
Shut the fuck. Let's call her and tell her to fuck off right now.
She's probably still chewing on that steak she was eating last week.
She can't answer the phone. She's chewing
She
on
can't
her.
answer the phone. She's still fucking chewing on
Yeah.
it. Now that the uncomfortable stuff is out of the way, I can get to my question for you two butt munchers. That's a good insult. Have you ever been walking through the downtowns and had a dirty old homeless guy ask if he could stick his dirty ear-picking finger in your butthole?
Why do you keep on getting all the good ones?
I know. Well, I have. And let me tell you what. You have never experienced sheer nutsack smacking ecstasy until you experience a disgusting, germ-riddled finger up your chocolate factory on the corner of 2nd and Main.
Oh, no.
Man, 2nd and Main in downtown Dayton's a whole nother fucking planet. So here I am with my pants and banana hammock down around my ankles like a 4-year-old at a urinal. And this guy who smells like he's been pissed on by Dagmar Stinky Pussy winds up like he's going to hit the spin button on the last spin at the VLT because he's pissed away all of his pennies and rifles his nose digger right into my sweet brown Cyclops eye.
Oh! His nose digger.
As the feeling of pure sexual bliss begins to hit my taint, I feel unquestionable pain and realize that his yellow, broken fingernail that is most likely the culprit of numerous criminal offenses has just ripped the walls of my pristine escape route poop chute.
No.
That's not good. There's no doubt in my mind this is an extremely uncommon occurrence, but I am still unsure what to do. Do I go to the doctor? Do I have a stray dog tongue blast my fart box?
Yes.
Do I proposition another dirty homeless creep to try it again and hope that his finger is the healing power of Jesus our Lord and our Savior?
Don't bring Jesus into this. You
Please
sick
help.
fuck.
Please help, bros. I'm sure you've both been through this before. Also, I picked Nick's parents as Phil and April. Picture Nick's parents as Phil and April. Bam Margera's parents, and it makes my severed dirt road tunnel feel a little better.
They do kind of resemble them, don't they?
You know what? It's not inaccurate.
It's not at all.
It's not. I love you guys. You helped me through some very tough times, and I'll always be grateful for the laughter you brought me up. The story I painted by laughter to you.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but they're on the wall behind us.
They are. They're on our criminal wall.
Yeah, you can't really see them because they're right above 2-pack. They're right above 2. Yeah, they're right out of frame there, unfortunately.
Darn.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're having a real hard time with this homeless person stuff. I do wish you nothing but the best. And one thing I can say about Dayton is we don't really have a homeless person problem here. We don't have a lot of homeless people around, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Especially this time of year, it's cold.
Yeah.
They've all been
cold, they're cold. Bring them inside.
They've all been weeded out by natural selection.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was rude. They've all passed away.
Dear sirs,
Oh, that's very formal.
is my girlfriend a squirter? Or is she just pissing on me? Sincerely, Soggy Cock.
That's the age-long question. Is squirt piss?
It is an age-old question. And I'll tell you this.
I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other.
Doesn't matter which one of them you're sucking on, they're both a little salty. Not salty like a payday, but just salty like swimming in the Atlantic Ocean, a little bit salty.
Man, I don't know.
The problem is if it tastes chunky, that's when it's kind of...
It's like clam chowder shooting out.
If it comes out of her butt and it looks like a turd, then it's not piss or squirt. It's a
Yeah.
turd.
As long as it's not turd, then you're good.
Oh, and this is a fun one.
I mean, I think if you're getting technical, I think squirt is kind of piss.
I don't think it is piss. I think it's got a...
It's not a fully dilute. It's not like it's like
So think about
a quarter
this
of
for
the
second.
formula of piss.
So you want to drink a glass of milk, and the only cup you have
It's like the colostrum.
and you want a big old glass of milk, and the only cup you have is this cup you made in the 5th grade out of cow shit, and you baked it, and now you have a cup made out of cow shit,
Okay.
and you fill the cup of cow shit full of milk, delicious milk, and you drink the milk. Now, did you eat cow shit? No, you didn't eat cow shit, but you what did you do?
There's still cow shit
You
in it.
drank the milk. Did you probably get a little bit of cow shit in that milk? You probably got a little bit of cow shit in that milk.
Okay, I get that. That's a good analogy.
That's just the only way to look at it from my perspective. When a woman squirts on you,
Here's the real question.
was it a woman or a man?
That's a real good question.
Men don't squirt.
I don't know about this. So, does squirt come out of the piss hole, or does it come out of the fuck hole?
It comes out of their butt.
Well, I know it doesn't come out of their butt, but which women, your guys' stuff is way too intricate.
There's a bunch of canals down there.
We just have two ugly balls in one wiener hole.
You're like, the only thing you know about this is I come out of this hole. This is the hole that feels good.
Thank you, Sarah. Google says the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity, although a marginal contribution of prostatic secretions to the emitted fluid often exists.
Secretions.
So you're kind of right.
Crustaceans.
I think
love
you're kind of right.
seafood.
It comes out of where you piss, but it's not always just piss.
There's a little bit of sponge juice in there. A little bit of funky monkey sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some women listen to this are like, oh my God, this is appalling. But this is a trick that you can do that you haven't learned yet.
It's very true.
Passed down from generation to generation. Your mom could do it. Your grandma could do it. Why do you think they were able to entertain themselves without cell phones back in the 1940s? They squirted. I really like to think about the first time that
always.
The first time it ever happened.
Yeah, I always think about like the first person that ever like got their dick sucked or got their pussy eaten.
Yes, so like
who was the forefront thinker or first person that got their ass eaten?
Yeah. Well, we don't know how far it goes back.
Exactly.
But how it had to have started with one person, and that one person went to their Rob Dog and they said, Rob Dog, guess what happened to me last night? I thought that I was getting my butt cleaned, but it turns out she was sucking on my butthole. She was eating it from behind. And when did it take on the verbiage eating pussy?
Yeah.
It had to have started like he was licking my pee spot, my hot bot, whatever. I don't know how it started, but when did the verbiage arrive of getting your pussy eaten or getting your dick sucked? Had to have.
I always think about that stuff. Like
history's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, especially with our choices. Obviously, saying getting your pussy eaten is really dirty verbiage, but
it is.
I wonder what they called it back in the day.
I got my pee hole licked on. I don't know.
I got my phallus suckled.
Martha, you know that thing that bleeds once a month? Well, Abraham was... Last evening, Abraham was reading a book, and I moved the book, and I placed my big puffy... Because it was a hairy, angry beaver. It was
they were very angry back in the day.
It was an angry beaver for sure.
Yeah.
And I tried to piss on him, teach him a lesson.
And then it makes you think of, like, who was the first person to ever just shave their pubes off?
And why did they do it?
They're a trendsetter.
And what made the person that saw it say, God damn,
I like the way that looks.
That thing's a lot better with that piss strainer getting taken off. You don't have that piss strainer on there anymore.
Whoever it was, bless their heart. Sure. Thank you.
I like it. I just like it like I like my dog. Hairy and wild. This next one's yours.
Is it me? Where are we at? Hang on.
Hey there.
Okay. Hey there. Now that I got your attention, you had our attention way before we even said that, buddy. This is Matt from the Zone last night. Zoom last night? The Zone. The Moan Zone.
I think if I recall, he's like 16 or 17, honestly.
Oh, this is the baby boy?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, baby boy. I'm writing you because I have a legitimate Brohio Battlefield of Love submission. Recently, I've been trying new waters and started trying different things in the back of my car. Amen, brother. One night, me and this girl were going hard. That's in all caps. I mean, he's going super fucking hard.
And I'm going to go hard.
This kid's like 14, so he's going really hard.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm enjoying the shit out of it until about 10 minutes in when one of the managers a.k.a. her brother, knocked on my window and started screaming. I immediately jumped in the driver's seat, butt-ass naked, and tore ass out of the McDonald's parking lot. I drove the girl home in an awkward silence and then drove home myself. I haven't talked to the girl since, except for an apology, and I haven't been to work since that night. Do I go back to work and accept the unholy ass whooping I'm surely to receive, or do I cut my losses and find another job? Keep up the show. Thank you for igniting my desire to become a YouTuber. Answer, fuck that job. Find a different job. Your life is going to be hell. This is probably a while back, so he's probably already made this decision.
No, you got to go back there. They got the McRib, dude. And I talked about this in the last episode.
That is very true.
They have the McRib right now. So really the only thing there is for you to do is to go back, find her brother Debo, and tell him that you are sorry for fucking his sister in the back of your car. But you are aware that as an American, you have a duty right now, and that is to bring the McRib to the masses with extra BBQ sauce. And I'm not fucking playing with you, Rob Dog. You got to dunk that thing there. I watched the TikTok thing, too. I saw that last tray.
Yeah.
They take that whole entire McRib, and they ladle the barbecue. They just dunk it in there like they're like a hot French dip into the au jus.
So you did see that finally?
I did, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I think that you have a duty, Matthew, as an American, to bring the McRib to the masses. So don't quit your job just because you're having a little casual sex. And tell him, go in and tell him that you didn't enjoy it. Better yet, turn the tables. Tell him that you were fucking his sister to get to him. Tell him that
Power move.
Power move.
You are now his superior.
Yeah. Tell him you just want to fuck him while you eat a McRib. If you can get me free McRib, send me an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
I like McRibs. McDonald's has the best fries as long as they're fresh and salty.
Yeah.
Just like jizz.
When we would go through the drive-thru whenever I was little, my mom would always say, take a large fry, and can you make sure you cook those fresh? And I always be like, fucking bitch, you're embarrassing me in the drive-thru. Why the fuck are you doing that? But now she was on to something.
Yeah, I won't ever do that, but I mean, like, if I get unseasoned white people fries, I
suck.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, fries have to be salty, man. You got to do it.
I don't know how the science worked behind it, but there's a McDonald's there in West Jefferson where I used to work, West Jefferson, London, Ohio. There's a McDonald's there. Something's wrong with their grease.
Okay.
And whenever they cook their fries, the fries smell like schmegma. It's disgusting. It tastes like hot fart water. And the fries smell like dick in the ass. It's disgusting. It's very disgusting.
Yeah.
And I hope it's changed, but they're always soggy. The fries are always soggy, like little nibs. They weren't even real French fries.
Ugh.
And I had to eat that several times a week because it was the only restaurant around.
Yeah. I'm a huge fry connoisseur, so
I don't like McDonald's that much anymore. It's okay.
I don't, but I do like their fries when they're made right. They're really fucking good.
Yeah. If I really, in terms of fast food, I really like A&W. That's always pretty good because they got
A&W is really good.
They got some good root beer. Burger King's that shit.
Arby's has really good fries.
Yeah.
Burger King and I'm a fries person, so Burger King and Wendy's, their fries are fucking ass. Rallies is where it's at.
Whew.
That's the creme de la crop of fries, or Checkers, depending on where you're at in the States.
Foo.
Those are those are the shit. You can't do better than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Moral of the story, fuck her brother.
Yeah.
Hey yo, please do not use my name. I have a question. My husband told me that when he wanks, he jacks off, he jizzes inside of his underwear to prevent making a mess.
No.
I find it gross that he does that. Is that a normal thing guys do? Thanks, love the show, and can I please get a... I tell you what, any good man knows this, that if you fucking jack off and let it dry on your dick all night, it stinks the next morning.
Not only that, but you piss like fucking crazy. Your piss is hitting your mouth. It's hitting the neighbor next door.
I've never pissed in my mouth.
It's fucking painting the walls yellow.
I pissed in the cat's eye when I was a kid.
You will never see me jizzing in my own underwear.
Not even, well, I would say not necessarily jizzing in your underwear, but just like jizzing all over yourself and then flipping your waistband up over on top of all without
Hell no. Wipe that shit up.
Clean it up like a man.
you got one to three moves. Oh, well, 1 to 4 moves I'll give you, depending on if you're one of the weirdos that like to jerk off in the shower.
like that.
I personally will feel like I'm going to pass out. I've already talked about this before. So you either have the easiest, which is jerk off in the shower, come down the drain, no cleanup required. You have the second closest option, jerk off while sitting on the toilet, come directly into the toilet, flush it, goodbye.
Or if you're a bad motherfucker like us, you ejaculate inside your wife.
There you go.
Or a pocket pussy next to the nightstand.
Or you're coming and you're shooting it all over your belly and making your belly button a little pool, in which case you do have to clean that up because that shit's nasty. Yep. Your clothes will stick to it. You got to clean it up. Or you're just a Neanderthal and come wherever you want to come.
Yeah.
In which that's, only God can save you at that point.
My wife went to one of them crazy sex party, the forbidden,
and they're talking about the dildo parties.
The dildo party, yeah. Pure Romance.
Pure Romance, there you go.
And she bought a pocket pussy one time. This thing came in a fucking Pringles can. I said, "Why'd you buy that one for?" It was a big old long one. But we used it one night.
Those things feel so fucking good.
They do feel good.
God
yeah,
damn.
They do feel really good.
Yeah.
But then she put it back in the Pringles can.
Like afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to clean it out.
Yeah, well, we kind of forgot about it. And then at like 2:30 in the morning one night, the fucking nightstand started rumbling. And I opened the drawer to see what it was, and he crawled out. He's like,
Hey, I need a bath. About 2 months ago, you put me in here. I've been looking for a dad ever since. I was hoping to maybe you were the guy that jacked off in the tube.
but you gotta be careful with those those pocket pussies, because some things will stink like a fucking dead dog.
Yeah, you definitely got to clean those out after each use. It's not like...
And not even really clean them out. After I'm done using the pocket pussy, I like to hold it up in my mouth like a trombone and just blow into it, and it all comes out.
Yeah, you just give it one quick blow.
Or if you're like me, you suck on it real hard, you can clean it out a lot better that way. Yeah. Cadbury cream egg.
So gross.
Grandma mess it up.
But yeah, that's not a normal thing to do.
It's not normal. It's unsanitary. It's disgusting. Your husband probably stinks most of the time. It makes for a fucking horrible day the next day. When we were in high school, there was these older high school kids. They were seniors. We were freshmen. I had them in study hall. Mm-hmm. They used to jack off and let it dry on their stomach, and then in study hall they would peel the cum off.
What the fuck?
And they would throw it into this dirty girl's hair.
Holy shit.
And she wasn't dirty before, but she was definitely dirty after they threw old cum in her hair. I don't know what she does now. She probably doesn't do very much with her life. But
oh my gosh.
These guys used to do this. They would let it dry on their stomach. They thought this was the funniest shit ever, dude.
Dude, there's no way.
They would pull their shirt up and peel it off like little pieces of dandruff, and they would fucking throw it in her hair.
Holy shit.
And dude, she thought they were flirting with her. She's like, "Oh, you guys." And I'm thinking, that is fucking coming. I wasn't old enough to.
Oh my god.
I wasn't old enough to stand up and say, "Hey, you guys quit throwing cum on her," because they were a lot older and bigger than me. They would have beat the shit out of me. Super nice dudes. I'm friends with them. I'm still friends with them, but
yeah,
they would do this, and I never thought like, hey, try and stop them. I would just get my shit pushed in, but that's what they did. They would come in usually on a Wednesday and fucking peel the cum off.
Woo,
that's assault, brother.
That's.
I'm calling and filing a police report as soon as we're done here.
Your statute of limitations on like cum peelings.
Cum peelings. Now, sometimes when I get really upset, I'll peel a piece of skin off the bottom of my foot and I'll throw it at my wife, too. She doesn't know that. I also piss on her in the shower. She'll be like, "Why is the water so hot in the back?" I got no idea. The water coming out of my wiener is probably hot.
Yeah, I'll tell my wife when I'm about to piss in the shower. I'm like, "Hey, I'm about to piss on you."
Oh, wait. My wife told my kids that I piss in the shower, which she doesn't know that. I've never told my wife that I piss in the shower. And I've never pissed with her in the shower, I don't think. Well, maybe a couple times. But
I do every time.
I don't do it. But I just we got to normalize peeing in the shower. What's so wrong about peeing in the shower, Rob?
Nothing at all.
If you can tell me what's wrong with peeing in the shower, fuck you. Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Please do.
Pissing in the shower is okay.
It is totally okay.
Your grandpa pissed in the shower, and he survived World War II.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's all piss in the shower. Let's all pee in the shower tomorrow.
All at the same time.
All at the exact same time.
Next one.
First name
only, please.
I think that's you, though, right?
It is me, yeah. There's not even a name, so.
His name's Ty.
Oh, okay.
I remember.
How the fuck do you remember that?
I do this thing.
Okay, well, there you go. My wife and I have been married for 6 years, together about 11. Congratulations. She insists we keep the secrecy or what have you and won't fart in front of me. Any requests, and requests that I do the same, sorry. I kindly oblige, because regardless of some complaints, she still licks my lollipop even after over a decade. For the poops, we have recently started saying boom, boom, boom to announce our entrance into the bathroom to bless the porcy gods. She's only recently started answering back with a, let me hear you say. And I started chanting. And I started chanting, I put the poop in the bag. When cleaning my cat shit box.
I put the poop in the bag.
And we can't help but gaggle. I'm about ready to dress up. Sorry. What the fuck? You know what?
What are they fucking asking us, Rob?
Yeah, you know what? All I'm thinking is it's totally cool if you guys want to keep your poop separate. Unless you're into that thing, if you want to see and smell her poops, maybe that's something you need to talk about. If she wants to see or smell your poops, or if you guys want to join poops in the toilet and mix poops, I should say. Like you poop first, and then she comes in there and poops afterwards.
On top of each other's poop.
You can mix poops. And if you think that'll keep everything romantic and sexy and hot, and you guys can make love over top of your mixed poops.
I don't ever. My wife is very secretive with her bodily functions.
Yeah.
Don't even. She just doesn't do it, which is cool with me. It's fine. But I remember whenever I first turned 18, I got a house, and I was living there with Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Roy had a girlfriend. And that night, he come to me, and he said, hey, buddy, I'm trying to cook a nice dinner for my girlfriend and I. Do you think you could just steer clear of the house for a night? Give us some time to whatever.
Sure.
And I said, abso-fucking-lutely, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Get after it. Tear it up.
Part of bro code.
And I came home that night. I didn't even do anything that fun. I think whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I did. But I came home late. They were already in bed. I said, mission accomplished. I steered clear. He's gone. I went in the kitchen, and they still had some leftovers on the counter. He made some steak and asparagus.
Hell yeah.
And a little mushroom thing. And it was all still laying there, and I had some. I said, fuck yeah, but I didn't try the asparagus because I'd never had asparagus before at this point in my life. And I said, not about to start. But then this bitch woke up about 5:30 in the morning the next morning, woke my ass up because they got drunk too, so she was fumbling around the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I had a loud-ass hallway. And she went in the bathroom. I heard her fucking hot, nasty pissing in the morning at 5:30. I said, God damn, that's nasty.
Big trucker piss.
Yeah. And then she got done. I heard her flush. And then I went in there afterwards. Asparagus piss is the nastiest stuff in the entire world.
It's rotten.
And to smell this 100-pound girl's piss after she went in there, I was gay. It turned me gay. For about 3 weeks, I was fucking dudes, sucking guys off. But it was the most traumatic thing because my mom was very secretive about her. I don't think I've ever heard my mom fart. I cannot remember. Me and my mom have been together for 34 years, okay? Never heard her fart in 34 years.
You've known her since the day you were born.
My dad will clap booty cheeks every morning. When he farts in the morning, it is a spectacle. They should build a grandstand in my parents' living room so you can hear my father fart in the morning.
Standing ovation.
But it has been passed on to me when I wake up in the morning and I pee. I get those pees. It's like a cheat code. It's like an unlock code. The only way I can fart is if I piss. But if I fart, I'll piss myself. So it is very dangerous. I must stand at the toilet when I perform both.
I can only come when I shit.
That's the only time I shit is when I come. I'm a cum shitter. What's that? I can show you. But I don't know where I was going with that story. Oh, yeah. Asparagus pisses are nasty. They are quite the dirtiest. But it's cool to keep everything secretive. One person in the relationship probably appreciates it. But nonetheless. Please don't use my name. I've been married for almost 10 years. Did you already read this one? No.
Close.
please don't use my name. I've been married for almost 10 years, together for almost 11 years. We have 4 kids, 2 of which still keep trying to sneak in our fucking bed.
Oh, man.
For roughly 8 years, the wife has suffered from bad depression. This is a serious one. This is a serious one. I appreciate the serious ones. 8 years, the wife has suffered from bad depression.
Oh, my gosh.
Our sex life has been non-existent basically 1 to 2 times a year.
Wow.
Early this year, I started seeing a therapist to help clear up my own mental health due to feeling rejected. It has been rough, and I can imagine, brother, that probably is
Holy
rough.
shit.
And I commend you for getting the help that you need, buddy. She magically flipped a switch back in April and started having sex every day, oral, anal, giving whatever I wanted. Then it stopped as soon as it started, maybe a month. She orgasms a handful of times every time we have sex. I can even make her squirt almost every time, which has a little bit of piss in it. She's passed. We just figured that out. She's passed out from coming so much. God damn, buddy.
Damn, boy.
Outside of the one random month this year, she won't give oral, doesn't like me going down, won't do anything kinky to me, or even just right on top. I'm doing all the work. I feel like I'm putting in the work in the bedroom. Just not sure what to do to get her back on track. I'm like the opposite of Cardi B. I cook, do dishes, laundry, household, and vehicle repairs, take care of kids, help with the homework. All I'm asking for is some sexy time and a finger in my butt at times.
Aren't we all?
I know this one is long, but I wrote because you two have mentioned mental health a few times now. The lack of intimacy is killing me psychologically, and it's starting to impact my relationship with friends and my kids. I feel like I'm at a breaking point, but I also still love her and don't see myself with anyone else. Any advice, or should I seek help for Stockholm Syndrome? This is someone looking for real advice, Rob.
Yeah, this is hard because this is deep, and
so we got to start with your dad.
It's here's the thing. It's hard for me to respond on this because I'm not someone who's ever been clinically or maybe even like severely depressed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how, and I feel like that's something that could affect anybody differently.
Absolutely.
So I can't really speak on that. I mean, I get sad spurts like everybody else does because being an adult sucks.
And I'm fat.
And yeah. And we all have our problems. It's kind of hard to say. I don't think you mentioned it in here, but is this something that you've ever brought up?
No, he doesn't mention that.
He does not mention it.
And
so
I'm sure he has. If it's at this point, I'm sure he's brought it up.
Yeah, and at that point, if it's something that you've brought up that you really sees a problem and it really bothers you, and that person is not receptive of it or doesn't try, and I want to say, that says what it says in its own, but I don't know because I'm not someone who's clinically depressed, so I don't know how that would.
I have something to say.
Okay.
So everybody has something different that works for them and that doesn't work for them. In terms of your wife, it may not necessarily be you cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. That may not be what turns her on. And this could also not be, I guess, I don't know the word I'm looking for, a product of you not turning her on. This could be something completely within her psyche as well that has nothing to do with you, my friend.
Sure.
And likewise, if you got to a point where you just couldn't keep an erection, but you know that you love your wife and that she's the only one in the entire world for you, it's then in return she'll feel bad about herself, but you know deep down inside that what is going on has nothing to do with your attraction towards your wife. But what I'm saying is, what you think you're doing right, you should never expect to be rewarded with sex. When sex is treated as a reward for
system,
then that is when it's all fucking bad. Sex is best whenever it's unexpected and it comes from a place of love. If it's just treated as a one-way street where she's dangling it and rewarding you because you've done the dishes, because you've put the kids to bed, that's when it becomes a task or a chore. That's when sex becomes a chore. But in the event, you may have to sit down with her and see, and it may not even be an instance of you sitting down with her. You may take her out to dinner and send her flowers. There's a lot of different things you can try. A lot of different people, and I hate to say have a different love language, but some people, their love languages are different. Mm-hmm. It could be in the middle of the day when she's least expecting it. She's cleaning lettuce for a salad, and you walk by and you gently caress her neck and bite her on the ear. And that could be enough for her to say, God fucking damn, I'm going to ride this fat motherfucker tonight. That could be it. That could be it. And I'm not saying that's what's going to work for you because I don't know. Your wife could fucking hate you because you stink. Do you stink? Do you jack off to anime? Fucking, do you have puffy nipples? There could be a lot of different variables here of why things aren't happening for you. But then also, man, women, just like us, man, they go through stuff. And sometimes just sex is not a part of their equation for a very long time. And it's up to you to try and do your best to change that. You got to find out what works for her. And obviously it's not taking care of the house.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to, maybe what turns her on is a fucking nasty ass text at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. You just have to find what works for her. And while women will always be appreciative to a pristine, beautifully cleaned house. They will always be thankful for that if you put forth the effort to make your dwelling perfect. They will be appreciative of that. But 9 times out of 10, it's not going to make their fucking pussy wet.
That's true.
What's going to make their pussy wet? You got to fucking walk by with a belt. 50 Shades of Grey style. Wrap it around their neck. Act like you're going to fuck them, and then just walk away. Just leave them yearning for more. There's a lot of different things you can try, my friend. Like I said, just surprising her, whether it be flowers or maybe if there's a lot of different... You could send her some women are really into pornography. You could send her a fucking porn in the middle of the day and say, hey, this is what I want to do to you. Something, that would never in a million years work for me. But I know what my wife's love language is.
Sure, yeah.
And it works differently for everybody. But you have to understand that it's not up to your wife to reward you for doing the things that's expected of you.
Very true.
I know that you may seem like you're going the extra mile, but that's just the way your guys' relationship works. Never should you feel like you should never stand over a sink of dirty dishes and say, the only reason I'm doing these dishes is so I get to tear into that fucking pussy later.
Maybe reflect upon that month where things were really fucking crazy and
what was different?
Think of what was different and what maybe you did or maybe what she was doing. Maybe she was getting a good look at the neighbor across the street and that was...
Yeah, there's no telling, dude.
That's kind of fucked up, but
that's what you got to find out. Is you got to find out what gets her motor going, and to her defense, there could be periods of time where you just like sex is not part of the equation for her. She's women are intricate. They're a beautiful puzzle to figure out, but once you crack the code of the perfect woman for you, it's the most rewarding thing that you could ever go through in your entire life. But until then, it takes a little hard work. Most of the time, what you put into it, you do get out of it. But then sometimes two people just aren't in love, and unfortunately, that could be part of the equation as well. Maybe she just doesn't have feelings for you. But that's at the very back end. Chances are, maybe she's going through some stuff, man. Maybe you got to sit down with her and say, sweetheart, what is on your heart? Find out what's troubling her, and then work to make it better so it's not a part of her life anymore. So if she says, the roadblock in my life is we never have any money, and I can never stop thinking about us always being broke. And you sit down, you make a budget, you make it to when payday the day before payday, you got a few $100s in the bank, and you say, we're okay. We made it. We're fine.
Yeah,
and
I think communication's definitely the key.
Stress-free. I'm going to fuck your brains out tonight. Bought me some Papa John's. I'll definitely fuck over some Papa John's.
Dude, I've done worse for less.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
And then, you didn't say whether or not you guys have talked about it or not, but I would definitely say that's the first step.
Communication. And don't start the conversation with, why don't you fuck me? Because that's just going to get you fucked. That's not going to work, dude.
Yeah, you gotta weigh that weigh your options there.
Start the conversation with
just figure out what's something more that you can do, or figure out what she's going through mentally, where she's at. Make it about her and not what you want necessarily.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we want you to get your dick sucked, buddy.
Exactly. You still need to get that boy wet.
I love you.
Hello, fellows. I got myself into a little predicament. See, I got off work early one day and I decided to beat my man meat. So I put on some anime porn.
Fuck
Don't
you,
judge
buddy.
me.
Fuck you, dude.
So I was going to town when our door opened and there was my wife in shock looking at me with my pants down and my member in my hand watching anime. I am so embarrassed.
It should be. It's disgusting.
Has this happened to anyone else? She can't even look at me. Any advice? Thanks. Phil McCracken.
That's disgusting, for starters. I think it's morbid that you're jacking off to anime. But in terms of speaking for my lover, if she caught me masturbating, I think it would really rev her engine up.
Oh, yeah. Mine, it definitely. No fucking doubt it would.
Come give me that right now. I'm finishing that thing off.
Yeah. The subject matter of what I was doing it to may be a different issue.
Yeah, you fucking wanker. You're jerking off to anime. That's why she's upset, you nasty bastard.
You know what? But here's the thing. If it gets you going, it gets you going, my friend.
No, that's not how it works, my friend.
That's
how people go to fucking prison, my friend. Don't listen to Rob's advice.
As long
on
as
this
it's not
one.
like fucking little kids, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's cartoons, which the next step. That's like marijuana is the gateway drug.
But here's the thing.
Monday you're smoking weed. Tuesday you're shooting fucking heroin, dude.
If you're okay, sure. I'm not gonna try to justify it. I'm not. I can't even like.
Oh no, it's okay. Just tell it. Just tell.
I'm not even into it.
To jack off to cartoons, Robert.
No, I'm not saying it is. I mean, I'm just saying if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not gonna kink shame somebody.
Neither am I. I'm just giving.
Yeah. The thing is that you can draw someone to do shit that you fucking can't do in real life. So maybe, maybe
so dumb.
Maybe you've gone off the fucking rails, and
I jack off to peanuts in the Sunday paper. That's my thing. You like to.
Maybe if you see one ingrown dick hair, you're like, I can't do it, but I need to see this baby smooth animated penis that really gets me going.
Animated penis.
Animated penis.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
I'm gonna eat my penis.
Yeah, there you go.
Nicolicious and Rob Dog. I'm
Hey.
27 and I've never had sex.
Okay. Is this a male or a female? Do we know?
I don't know.
I don't want to assume a gender.
Too worried to date because when I mention that to people, they get weird. They always talk about cherries.
Oh, okay.
And popping them and shit.
Okay.
But I'm allergic to cherries. I don't know why an allergy is funny to them, but they laugh uncontrollably at that. But in all seriousness, I haven't had sex. And I feel weird because being this old without having done it, and dating is hard because either people don't want to be my first or they want to do freaky deaky things because apparently they don't think I watch porn or know what these phrases mean. Am I going to die a virgin? Love, sexless, in Seattle. I don't know who or what you are. Man, woman, cat, dog, frog. But
Robot.
Someone from this podcast will fly to wherever you're at and have sex with you.
No doubt.
We have a closed group called Butt Chuggers Anonymous. Brohio podcast. You can look it up on Facebook. Someone on there will come have sex with you.
Yeah, there's
a guy named Jersey Pete.
He's got enough money to flyer miles to fly anywhere.
And he doesn't care if you're man or woman.
Yeah.
He fucked us. I know he likes girls, but he fucked us too, so.
Yeah. Being a virgin, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing at all.
Your heart is pure. You're saving your virginity for Jesus.
And here's the thing. If you're meeting people and you want to hook up, don't even bring it up.
Yeah, why?
Just
who cares?
Be like Steve Carell and 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Just know that no one likes stinky genitals. Just keep that in mind when you do think your first time's about to happen. And I was thinking, my daughter, my oldest one, was telling me that she said, I don't want to go to school today. And I'm already thinking, the bitch is dropping out. Why don't you want to go to school? She said, because they're doing the talk with us today. I said, the talk? She said, yeah, they're splitting up the boys and the girls. They're going to put us in different areas, and they're going to talk to us about the stuff, the talk. I said, what stuff? She said, I have no idea. And I feel like I've let her down, but I know I got the talk in school long before I got the talk from my mom and dad.
5th grade.
Yeah, but she's in 7th grade, so it's a little further. And I think back to when we were in middle school, and I remember this vividly. I do not know why, but from about the time from my 19th birthday all the way back to about 4 years old, I can just about recollect every second of my fucking life. I don't know how or why, but I got a really good memory when it comes to that. And I remember we were in middle school. I want to say we were in 7th or 8th grade. There was a program in the auditorium we all went to where they talked to us and they said the only way we can keep from dying from fucking AIDS is to practice abstinence. And to pledge that day to never have sex until we were married. And they had all of it. This public school. They had us go up on stage, and everybody signed a card that said, I would be abstinent until I was married. And they gave us a card, and to carry that card, I remember there were girls crying. They were crying. They just fucking signed. They were like, oh, I'm saved. I don't ever have to do that. But the girl that I was dating at the time went up there and signed that card. So naturally, I went and signed the card too. And that was the same girl that I dated for a long, long time. And we vowed that we would be abstinent that day. But I think back, like, this is when we were in 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
If my daughter came to me right now and said, Dad, I signed an abstinence card in the 7th grade, I would say, take me to your leader. I would.
Yeah, that right there is the main reason why programs like that and DARE fail.
They don't work.
Not only that, but they introduce stuff that you don't know about.
They put thoughts in your head that you didn't have before.
At such a young age, yes. Yeah. I never thought about,
smoking
cocaine
pot
or weed or, alcohol abuse when I was in 5th grade.
I don't want to smoke weed out of a fucking Sprite can.
Yeah, or having sex when I was that young. I knew that I liked girls, but I didn't think about having sex with them at that age.
I knew I liked the back massager in my mom and dad's room.
So does my kid.
Give me that.
So yeah, that's one of those things where it's like it introduces you at too young of an age, it's
bad. It's just
it puts the thoughts, even though it has positive thoughts, good intentions.
It does,
but everything's deep seated. It sits back in your mind.
I just can't believe I signed that card, and I let that guy down for sure.
You definitely did.
About a year later, I let that guy down. I left my card in that hotel room.
Yep.
So I gotta get the fuck out of here. He's gonna come looking for my ass.
Man,
what a fucking sad day that was.
It's me.
Yep.
Hey guys, would you say I have a problem if I jerk off at least once a day? Let me explain. I have this weird thing where I like to jerk off at every public place I go. Work, restaurant, gym, stores, dog parks, and more. To the point where I challenge myself at restaurants how fast I can rub one off before the food comes. There's not a day that goes by that I don't jerk off. I've been late to work some days because I do it before I have to leave for work. Okay. I'll jack off in the stall at work, and I had a few close calls getting caught because I didn't clean up after myself like a wild animal. Just let the cum there. I need help. It's taking over my life. Thanks, guys.
It sounds like you maybe need to see a therapist, buddy. I don't know.
I don't think there's a fucking thing wrong with you.
Yeah, you're healthy as a horse.
Yeah, and I used to do this thing. It wasn't jerking off, but it was this thing where I used to try to take a shit everywhere I would go. So every restaurant I went to, I would try to shit in their bathrooms. And
is it okay if I take a dump in your bathroom?
I'm at probably about 98%
of Dayton.
Of all this entire area is covered of any place I've ever eaten at. So you know what?
That's disgusting.
I get it. I get it.
That is fucking gross.
But no, I mean, yeah, you don't leave the cum on the seat. I mean,
when I go to a public bathroom in a restaurant, I do the hovercraft. I put one foot up on the toilet lid, both feet up on the toilet seat, and I squat down like a condor getting ready to eat its prey.
I spread my cheeks and drag that fucker across the toilet seat.
I hate you. Did you get that picture I sent you the other day at Goodwill where someone just wiped their ass and threw the toilet paper across the room?
Yeah, I did.
So fucking gross. I was shopping for my Halloween costume and someone wiped their butt with the biggest wad of toilet paper ever and then just threw it across the bathroom. And it was a scary experience, man. It's nasty. Well, I will say I think you might be jacking off a little too much. I think jacking off the dog park, while it would be...
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say you're jacking off too much. Once a day is fine. But it's the places in which you're doing it. Stay away from schools, daycares, certain things like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up on the registry, but yeah, there's a time and place.
Well, I'd say I average about 5 times a week.
Jerking it at work is, that's okay.
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you just gotta. I mean, you gotta think straight, and that post-nut clarity sometimes fucking hits.
Oh, we got another one, some post-nut clarity here in just a minute.
Hell yeah.
Dearest Rob Dog and Nick O'Licious.
Hey.
I'm listening to you as I type this email at work. While listening to the latest Battlefield of Love episode, I realize that the bar has been raised. I ask you and the entire nation of Brohio to keep this going. It seems that now it's permissible to submit strange sexual fantasies for you both to act out for us. Here's mine. Rob and Nick, go upstairs to the bedroom and grab the large double-ended dong from Nick's side of the bed. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to go upstairs.
You don't know that that's there, so fuck you. Swing by the kitchen on the way back and grab the Crisco. Dip both ends in the Crisco and slather it all over. Next, you both will need to remove your shirts to expose them puffy. Now watch your fucking mouth. Then silently stare into one another's eyes without smiling and play tug of war with a slippery double dong dildo. The winner will have to watch the loser titty fuck himself while screaming, "Oh, yeah." I hope this helps you both in your decision to start an OnlyFans. Cheers, Jason from Kansas. If you have a deep desire to watch Rob and I be intimate with one another, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. And get the prices right.
There's always a price, my friend.
Watch you shit on my head for $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of poop.
I'd do my best to make it just one big turd, and not like a squirting.
A ruddy turd?
Yeah.
Well, those clean sweeps where you poop and then you wipe and there's no poop on the toilet paper.
Oh, man, those are fucking great.
Man, that's science at its finest right there. People say we haven't evolved as humans. That is the true essence of evolution, my
It really
friend.
is, yeah. It really is.
It
Nothing
is
better.
Beautiful.
Hey, bros, I've been hooking up with this guy for the past month and recently had unprotected sex.
Nasty bitch.
Dumb. I know, seeing as we're not monogamous, but I ended up getting a yeast infection from the encounter, which
see, I told you.
all things considered is better than an STI, I guess. Should I keep having sex with him or ghost him and tell him to clean his dirty dick? Thanks in advance, Musty in Minnesota. Okay.
Musty in Minnesota.
So here's the thing that I've heard, and this may not be true. I don't really know much about yeast infections. My yeast is perfectly fine. It may not necessarily be because
you're dirty.
You guys are both dirty. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying it's because of that. I found it, like, from what I've heard, it depends on, was it like pH? So someone
It's like keeping your pool clean.
Yeah, exactly. So someone can throw you off, like throw your body off a little bit. So like, say if they come over and if they just fucking tongue fuck your stuff you got going on down there, and you're not used to it, it can mess you up.
It throw you off.
It can completely throw your body off if
like
you're not
me.
used to it.
If I start itching my nose too much, I get a cold sore just because I'm irritating my nose. Not because I'm dirty, but
You could be so used to one person, and then once a different person slides in there and gets their thing going, it can have adverse effects on your body.
wow, this is really good information.
Your body's fucking weird, so definitely you can tell him to clean his dick. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying, clean your dick.
Clean his dick for him.
I mean, it's not necessarily going to keep herpes away. But I mean,
No, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works, but it may just be your body's reaction to somebody new. So there you go.
God, that is profound. That is profound information. As for me, I like a little extra cheese in my taco, so yeast it up. I don't fucking care. Yeah, I'm not mad at you.
Not at all.
What's a yeast infection smell like?
I don't want to know.
Burnt tires and fucking turtle skin.
I've never personally experienced a yeast infection. I've had beer that was made with yeast that was infected before, and that's not good.
Oh, that's so gross.
So, yeah, imagine trying to drink
What's wrong
that.
with this beer? We strained it through my mom's underwear.
It was a, and the funny thing is, I still specifically remember it was a stout. So it was a heavy beer, and it was like sour tasting.
That's great.
And
I love sour beer.
I do love sours, but not
that sour.
Not that, especially because one of them was different than the other. It's like I drank one, it was perfectly fine. I drank the next one, and it was fucked.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, so I would assume it's kind of like that.
I'm nearly 30 years old, and I've been in just two relationships in my life.
No shame.
Both ended poorly, and eventually they both came out as gay, not with each other, just in general.
Okay.
I haven't dated in like 3 years. Am I doing something to attract gay men? Am I making them realize they're gay? What can I do to make sure I'm attracting dudes that are at least bisexual? Because I don't want to keep wasting years of my life for someone to tell me they're not attracted to women. Please help me, Delicious Nicolicious and Rob Diggity Dangle.
So I'm assuming this is a female?
Yep.
Okay. Man.
It's some heavy shit.
Man, this is a good one. I don't know. So
one thing I've really noticed about gay guys is they'll fuck you in the butt.
I don't want to say anything offensive.
No, it is what it is.
I mean, so are you saying you're attracted to effeminate males?
It's possible.
That could be possible.
She needs a big old grizzled fucking war hero like Rob Dog and I.
But at the same time...
Yeah, but it means if they like butt, that's the problem.
I feel like there would have to be something... Tell you what, if you're dealing with a male who's not right off the bat... If he's willing to go into a relationship with you, he's not completely straight. Why would he enter a relationship with a straight female if he was a gay male?
What are you trying to fucking say right now, dude? I'm so confused by what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that I feel like at some point or at some way, whether or not after the relationship they came out as gay, I feel like they enter the relationship at least being bi.
Possibly.
They would have to. Why would someone...
Or maybe unsure?
Okay, yeah, if they were unsure, possibly thinking they were bi, but then realized after being in a relationship, not necessarily with you, but with a woman, that they were strictly gay, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
It is tough. I don't know.
You're going to need to start eating their butt the first night. If they like it, good. I would probably like my butt getting eaten.
A fucking cat's getting crazy over there.
These cats have really taken over, and I'm trying to find out the best way to get rid of them.
Put a marker in there. We got to listen back to that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one.
It is.
There's
no good answer.
There's not. I mean, you got to...
But I do know you do not need to hold yourself hostage or prisoner. And for you going without dating for 3 years is certainly very an unfair treatment to yourself.
RCW Design says, maybe the poon is so good, they know they can't stay in a relationship with her, but they'll never get poon that good again. So there's nothing left but to switch sides and be the power bottom.
She's got the bomb-ass dough. Man, that's possible too.
Very possible.
Just gotta look at kind of take a good hard look at the kind of men you're attracted to. Maybe if you're attracted to men that act feminine, maybe you might actually like females yourself. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you're gay.
Maybe
you like your vagina eaten by another woman. That would make you curious.
Sure.
Bi-curious. You could make a lot of money making videos. People like that out there.
It's true.
Or maybe you're completely straight as an arrow and you're just fucking getting gay guys in the sack. I don't know. But don't give up. 3 years, that's too long. You got to keep chopping wood. You got to keep going after it.
And you're 30, you're still very young.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
It's definitely time to go out and have a one-night stand.
Plenty of time to figure that out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is it me?
I think so.
Genuine question, bros. I've had a kid, and I don't feel good about my body anymore. My partner still wants to get down and dirty and do all the crazy positions we used to. I don't feel confident to be on top, etc. And I'm constantly thinking that he must think I'm gross. How can I get over this hump? Thanks, guys. I feel like this is a very common thing for women in particular, especially after having kids.
There is no shame in your body changing as you get older.
At all.
And your body's going to change. My body's changed. My wife's body's changed. People I know, their bodies have changed. People I went to high school with, I would have said, God, look at those washboard abs. Now they look like a burlap sack full of mashed potatoes. That's just the circle of life and the way it works.
Not only that, but I mean, like, as a 35-year-old male, like,
your balls stink.
That's I try to stay on top of it. I'm not, me speaking, I'm not that attracted to, the real, like,
19-year-old
skinny cut girls.
Sure.
Like, tastes change. You grow up.
And one thing you have to keep in mind, while you think your body has changed and you are not satisfied with your body, your husband, in all likelihood, is still probably very much obsessed with you.
Sure.
And speaking in terms of my relationship, and that's the only aspect I can speak from, and I've said this before, and I'll say it a million times. One of the most sexy things about my wife, one of the things that turns me on the most, is the fact that out of all the men in the entire world, she said she made a conscious decision. Well, I think she was conscious. She made a conscious decision at one point in her life where she said, this fuckhead Nick is the one I want to be with for the rest of my life. I want to surrender my body to him. I want to experience. I've done some wild stuff with my wife, and she's done some wild stuff with me. And the fact that at one point in her life she said, this is the man that I want to experience these things with. Nobody else. That fucking gets me going. That turns me on. The fact that she sold out everything and she's given it all to me. Not really giving it to me like I have possession of anything, but just the fact that she made a conscious decision to say, I want to share these things with him. And that turns me on. And while you think that your body has changed, maybe it has, maybe it hasn't, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You may not see yourself in a positive light, but chances are, like I said, your husband is obsessed with you. And no matter what you do, as corny and as cheesy as it seems, to put on a sleazy pair of lingerie, you may think you look so ridiculous. But chances are, you put that on for him, he's going to be so turned on that he's probably not going to be able to contain himself. And you got to think about this for a second. He doesn't see you the same way you see yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely the truth. I think we're all a lot more harder on ourselves than other people are on us. And that's something that you kind of have to get over on your own. Find something that that's on the sexy side to wear that you feel confident in. That you know for sure that he'll like. Maybe, not something completely too crazy that you're gonna like
edible underwear.
Yeah. If that's not your thing, sure. But you kind of got to find a medium, because obviously it seems like he doesn't have a problem whatsoever. And just like I said, you're gonna have a way harder opinion of yourself than what anybody else will, and you kind of got to let it go.
Yeah.
If that person loves you for you, and they're willing to still eat your ass from behind,
and it's shallow to say just let it go, but that's really what needs to happen. You just need to be comfortable with the fact that, hey, I'm not I'm not what I was 10 years ago. I'm not what I was 5 years ago.
None of us are.
But what matters is right this second, he wants me right now. My wife, wherever she's at in this house, I don't care what she's got going on. I want her right now. And that's
like, you may sit there and think like, why is he with me? He could be with anybody. That's the thing though. He might be able to, to be with anybody, but he's choosing to be with you because he loves you the way that you are. And
souls are connected.
Once you completely realize that, and that's what it's all about.
That's the beauty of it all.
It is.
That's the beauty about two people being in love, is that sometimes it's not always going to be a teamwork. Sometimes you're going to be at your lowest, at your saddest, but then you look over and at the person that you're with, they're still just crazy, madly, wildly obsessed with you. And that's the beauty of love, that sometimes it takes latching onto that other person to ride the waves and get out of the water. You feel like you're drowning. That's the beauty of love right there.
It's beautiful.
And I'm going to skip this next question because it's just like that one. But this one says, "Dear bros, this may be a boring question, but maybe you could use a simple question. My husband Anthony and I have been married almost 13 years, and his 35th birthday is coming up in December.
Woo!
My problem is I do not know what to get him for his birthday.
Okay.
After giving him the best birthday present of all time 13 years ago, me, I just can't top it.
There you go.
I have a feeling one of you will suggest anal. Been there, done that. You might suggest 3 ways. Done that. You might also suggest I fuck him in the ass. I'm still trying to buy that shirt. Is there any advice you could give on what could be a good birthday gift? We love the podcast. Keep up the great work. Rachel."
This is awesome.
P.S. Nick, my husband also cannot come while standing up. You are not alone. P.P.S. He doesn't know I'm writing in. Hi, babe.
That's awesome.
Rachel, what a cool fucking question.
It is a really cool question.
You got to eat his butt from behind for his birthday. That's really the only thing. Some of the coolest birthday presents I've got is kind of like a potpourri of many different things. So I know one year she got me some scratch-offs, beef jerky, a pocket knife, just a bunch of weird stuff that guys like.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. I opened up like fucking 15 different things. It was maybe $50 worth of stuff, but I opened up like 15 things. They're all little trinkets. If you get on Amazon and type in gadgets for men, there's so much cool stuff on there that pops up that you're like, I didn't even know this existed, but my husband would love to play with this. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about guys. He's 35. He's us. He is us.
Oh yeah, I just turned 35. So
he is very, very much still in tune with his childhood. So maybe really explore that avenue. Put him in a pair of Ninja Turtle tidy whities and fuck him one night.
There's so many cool things to get that would be really good. Like, it all depends on what he's into. So, like for me, I know I'm really really big into either beer or bourbon or any sort of alcohol. Meat. So
he loves meat. I'll tell you that right now.
Different beer glasses, bourbon glasses, knives.
Yeah.
Really into knives, for cutting up meat and stuff.
Help him start a new hobby.
A cutting board. Yeah, hobbies are a big thing. We have to stay busy, so if it's anything that furthers that hobby or gets their foot in, I've gotten stuff to brew beer before, and that's fucking great. It all depends on interest or potential hobbies that they may want to do. That's a big thing.
Listen to him, eat him out. You got to listen to him and see what he's kind of been hinting around at. And if he's a deer hunter, don't expect you're going to go out and buy him the bow that he wants, because, I have expensive taste in some things.
Oh, I do definitely. Yeah.
And I would never expect, you and I both play guitar with no idea of what to get me. If my wife's like, I'm going to get him a guitar, I would be fucking terrified to know what she would bring home.
Terrified. Yeah.
I would say, you wasted your money buying this for me. This is a useless piece of shit garbage toy.
Yep.
This is nothing. You wasted your time. So don't, if your husband is really big into cars, don't think I'm just going to get him a tool. Because he probably already has the tool, and the tool you're going to get him, probably not the one that he wants. maybe think of something new, fresh that he doesn't do, that he's kind of been kicking around. Whether that, I don't know. There's so much cool stuff out there. You gotta think outside the box.
Definitely, yeah. Think within his interests, but something that is associated with that interest, but may not necessarily completely, put you in the ground price wise.
Crocs are comfortable.
One of our buddies, one of our buddies just got a barrel header made.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, which was really fucking cool. It was just pretty much like they redo these barrel heads of bourbon barrel heads and have like a wall decoration.
Mm-hmm.
Super fucking cool.
Lots of cool stuff like that.
So many cool things out there.
Well, that concludes this episode of the Battlefield of Love. We thank you so much for your questions and your stories, but we welcome more of them. Again, you can go to brohiopodcast.com/love. There's an anonymous submission through the Google Forms section. You're going to be able to send us a question. We're going to read it live on the air. We'll answer it to the best of our knowledge and our experience. Also, we're looking for nasty, fucking sad love stories. If you got one of those, send them in as well. You can send them to brohiopodcast@gmail.com, gmail.com, wherever.
Either or.
Come and get it because it's hot and fresh. And I want to reiterate this. God, I want to reiterate this.
Okay.
Ladies, wives, fiancés, girlfriends, you may think you've changed, but God damn it, we still want you. Doesn't matter how much you've changed. Your hair's different, your body's different, whatever. We still deeply, deeply desire you.
Here's the way that I like to put it. This is completely gross and disgusting. The lower them titties hang, the closer they are to my mouth when you're on top. It's like God intended it to be like that.
God, fuck yeah.
Feel good about yourself. Don't put yourself down.
Don't. You're a queen.
Beautiful.
You're gorgeous. Probably don't even stink, which is the hardest part about being a woman.
Yeah, if you don't stink, that's you're ahead of the curve.
If you smell good and you got a good attitude, you can literally have anything you want.
Yeah.
All right.
We love you
that's
guys.
where I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening and tuning in. We appreciate the hell out of you. And until next time, love you. All right.
Other YouTube. Are they still here? That was a long episode.
Yeah, it was. All yeah, right. I got a bad back, so I like when I don't have to reach up real far to get to the titties. I'm getting old, man.
To all you guys on here, send us your titties.
Please.
We had a lot of guys send pictures of their dicks.
Yes. Some of you guys got good dicks.
Oh, yeah. It says Nick is spot on. I don't know what I said, but
that was the long one you went on about the figuring out what was
what works for a woman?
Yeah, what works for a woman, yeah.
Yeah, you got to find out what
tickles their pickle.
Yeah. All right.
We doing a Zoom or no?
I could probably stand to go to bed.
Cool. All right.
It's your call, though.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
All right.
We'll do it next week.
We love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.